we're back. So I just wanted to give you guys like a little update. I'm gonna try to keep it short. Just kind of let you guys know what's going on with CC and with the Chinavette. You'll notice we actually have the Chinavette here in the garage, and looky what we got over here, guys. So we got our RPM transmissions, level 4 4L60 for the C5 Corvette here. Guys, I had to save up for like a freaking year to afford this thing. And even then, it's kind of funny. The wife was telling me, she's like, we've had that money in the account for 6 months. Why did you just get it? Well, I was just kind of enjoying having that much money in my checking account after saving it up for so long. So I just didn't want to spend it. And if I'm being straight up with you guys, I ordered this like, what, a month and a half ago, and just now got it yesterday. So when I did finally order it, I just let my stomach drop because my bank account went from like $2,800 to like zero. But we do have the transmission and we do have to put it in. So here's the deal with Chaos Theory. We actually moved Chaos Theory outside, and what I had to do, because we run straight water in Chaos Theory out there, is I bought a jug of 100% antifreeze, and we went ahead, drained like a gallon out of the radiator, drained the whole radiator pretty much, filled it up, and I just drove the car around the block to kind of circulate the coolant through. Now, we do have a shimmed thermostat, so the thermostat does not have to open up to circulate the water. It's constantly circulating a little bit because the thermostat's always shimmed open just a little bit. So hopefully that'll keep it from freezing up, because up until now I've just had it in here, and I've had a little space heater sitting under the car because it's been down in the 20s and even teens here lately. So I had that under here to keep it from freezing up. So she's on her own now out there. I did plan before we got this off the trailer and put it in the garage, I was planning to drive CC a little bit more than I did. The problem was I had all kinds of issues, guys. So we're definitely going to have some stuff to work on. Number one, I've got either a huge vacuum leak or the IAC is not acting right. It might just be stuck open or something. We do have that cheap one. What I may end up doing is having to take the IAC out of my old factory throttle body that we had on our old intake and put it in that 102 millimeter throttle body if it's not acting right, because the car wants to idle at over 3,000 RPM. So I was having to ride the brake all the way around the neighborhood. It just absolutely would not idle down. And I've got the adjustment screw on the throttle blade turned down to where the throttle blade is just barely cracked, like you almost can't notice. So it's got to be pulling air from somewhere. It's either pulling it from the IAC, or we've got just a massive freaking vacuum leak somewhere. So that's one thing we got to figure out. Also, the fuel pressure reading on the dash, even after Brandon Dollar sent us a new sensor, it's acting stupid, guys. Like, it'll act like it'll say it's got 55 PSI at one point, and then all of a sudden it'll shoot up and say it's got 91 PSI or 80. Like, it's just all over the board. And since I don't have an actual gauge out there on the regulator, you know, I don't know what's what is what I'm saying. So Phil Bretthauser, he had actually offered to give me a really good deal on this aeromotive regulator he's got that has the gauge built in. So what I might do, because I'm still holding out hope that the knockoff aeromotive that I have on it is doing its job. And the car seemed to run good. It just, like I said, it was running at like $3,000 the whole time. But something's going on, guys, is my point. So I might just go ahead and buy that regulator and gauge off of Phil and you know, put that on there and see what's going on with the fuel pressure. I don't know what's going on with the gauge, but I'm actually having another issue where the you know, we wired in our fuel level sending unit as well to the Holly dash, and it's acting crazy too. Like, when the car's shut off, but the key's forward. Well, actually, even when it's sitting there trying to idle, it's saying it's got 35% of a tank of gas in it, which is about what it should be. But then when I was going down the road, it shot up to like 66%, you know, a little over a half a tank. So, you know, unless my fuel in the tank is multiplying, you know, it's in there having babies or something, you know, that don't jive. So, like I said, we've got some issues to figure out with CC, but for now, we're going to focus on the Chinavette. And here's the plan, guys. We're going to put this thing up on jack stands. Of course, we got our transmission jack, we've got our big 3-ton jack, and then I've got our 1.5-ton racing jack out in the back of the Avalanche. So hopefully we can figure out how to get this out between, you know, 6 jack stands and 3 or 4 jacks. But I'm just going to be real with you guys. I have never pulled the transmission out of a C5 Corvette. Some people say it's a nightmare. Some people who've done it several times, you know, say it's no harder than anything else. So we're going to find out. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to slowly work on this thing after work for like half hour, an hour, or an hour a night. Just kind of film it step by step, because I'd like to do put together a step-by-step video for you guys who want to know how to do it. I've tried to find other videos of the process, and it seems like they all start the same way. Somebody looks like they're going to try to do a step-by-step video, and then I don't know if everybody just gets frustrated halfway through the process and says F the cameras or what, but I have yet to find a complete transmission removal and install video on a C5 or C6 Corvette on YouTube. So that's what I'm going to try to do for you guys. That does mean it's probably going to take me a while to do this, because with me filming and trying to do everything on camera step by step, obviously it's going to make it take twice as long, maybe 3 times as long. But hopefully when I get done, I'll have a good video that other Corvette owners can use if they're contemplating the job or if they're actually doing the job. So in the meantime, what I'm probably going to do, since, you know, the video of that whole transmission process probably won't be ready for, I'm going to say at least 2 weeks. Ray is going to come over this weekend, and we're going to try to get the majority knocked out Saturday, but I don't know if we're going to get the whole job done. I also have to have the stock torque converter. I'm not putting a stall converter in this, guys. I've said it 100 times in the Chinavette playlist. That's the whole purpose of this car. We want it to run and drive like stock. That's why we just went with bolt-ons and nitrous. I don't want big stall converters, don't want big cams. This is primarily the wife's car, guys. Like, we beat on it at the drag strip every now and then, but this is primarily hers. She don't want to deal with all that shit. I don't want to deal with all that shit. So what we're going to do is, once I get the transmission out, we're going to get it crated up so we can send it back so we don't get charged a core from RPM transmissions. And I'm going to take the torque converter. There's actually a transmission shop right down the road here where I'm hoping, you know, they can just inspect it for me and flush it out real good so we can put it in. Now, I'm not worried about debris, guys. Like, this transmission didn't eat itself or anything. It lost second gear like over a year ago. That's when we started saving for a transmission. And, you know, it lost second gear. We kept driving it. The wife kept driving it to work. It would just skip second gear and go straight to third. And she drove it like that for a year on and off. And what finally made us park it is something has happened and it started blowing transmission fluid out on Thanksgiving, in case you hadn't seen that video. But I don't think there's like a lot of crap. I've changed the trans fluid on it twice. There has never been any junk in the pan or anything. So I'm not really worried that, you know, there's a bunch of garbage in the stock converter. I think we've got just some kind of line pressure issue or something. It may have blew a line off, and I think maybe the second and fourth gear band is just shot, and that's probably why we lost second gear to begin with. But I do want to have the converter checked out, have it flushed out before we put it back in. So that's going to stall the process. So we may end up having a video of the removal and then a second video of the install. since I don't know how long it's going to take once we get the converter to them to get it, you know, for them to do their thing. But in the meantime, I am going to be doing some other videos. Top Don actually sent us another jump starter. So if you saw the first jump starter video I did, they had sent us a pretty cool jump starter. It was like 1200 amp. Well, I was really impressed with it. I've been having a good time with it, jumping stuff off, and just honestly, I've just been playing with it just to see what all it would do and how long it would hold a charge, stuff like that. And it's been holding up great. But they sent me another one to review that's actually got almost double the power. And I think they're going to be giving me a discount code to get a huge discount, where basically you're going to be able to get the better one for close to the same price as the first one that I did the video on. So be on the lookout for that video. I'm also thinking, just to take up some time while we got this thing tore apart, I've been thinking about adding some more videos to the LS Swap Tips and Tricks playlist. And it's the same thing, guys. It's where I'm constantly getting asked the same questions over and over again. So I think it's time for me to make some more videos of the commonly asked questions that I get, and you know, kind of answer them, and maybe help some of you guys out who are just getting into the whole LS swap thing. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, this I don't want to drag this video out anymore. I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. So CC's running again, but we've got some issues we need to straighten out before we take it to the track again. Chinavette's finally getting a new transmission after well over a year of limping around with no second gear. So hopefully we can get her to the track again soon, and maybe make a couple passes. But again, primarily this is going to be my wife's daily driver now. And we got some more product review videos, hopefully with some good discount codes for you guys who are wanting to buy the stuff. So that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now. Get out in the garage, get something done. I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage. Bye. I said bye. Okay, you can go away now. I'm going to take a shower. Just go work on your damn car, man. Leave me alone. Really, guys, you're not going to get anything done if you don't get off YouTube.